Welcome back, everybody, to recording all three versions of Neptunia 1, except this time we're actually recording the game. Say hello to the people.
Yeah, welcome. Hi. Yeah, we're back to all three, and then the game covers in the corner.
Again, if anyone wants to take this footage and supplant their own gameplay of Rebirth 1 Plus on the top right, go right ahead. I am giving you express permission to do that. Okay, because I think that would be cool to have the fourth version of this game, so that we can do a true Skyrim experience.
Well, there's the fourth version, but you said you wouldn't do it.
I'm not doing it because as much as I like Neptunia 1, David, I'm not going to play it 4 freaking times back to back.
But you're not doing it right.
Okay, I can do it 3 times because I like the game, but I don't think I can do it 4 times. And I'm going to be honest, this is probably the only game where I can get away with a playthrough like this.
Right. And there's Gust, probably the best character, one of the strongest characters in Mark II.
Also, for some reason, I think they completely skipped Gust's section. As a matter of fact, I don't think that there's a character that replaces Gust in this game. In the remakes.
Oh, wow.
Okay, this entire chart is skipped.
Nope. No Broccoli.
Well, Broccoli's in the game, but she does not replace Gust. Okay? At no point does she come close to that. This isn't like Mark II and Rebirth 2, where Broccoli and Red replace Nisa and Gust. Okay? I mean, I think this is partially why there are story changes in Reverse and Rebirth 1. Because if you cut out Gust, Nisa, 5PB, and Red's story, the story is really short. You know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know, I never noticed how much of a creep I am when I play these games. If you ever...
What do you mean by creep?
Like, look at what I'm doing in the background for Rebirth 1 and Reverse. The non-story stuff. Just look at how past me is moving the camera in his own favor.
Oh.
Okay?
I see what you mean now.
Yeah, I'll be doing some stuff later. Also, Nepgear's in a bikini. There's no plot relevance to that, I just put her in one.
Oh, because she looks good in one.
Yep. Fun fact, I don't think Nepgear's playable in the new game.
I don't think so. I think it's only just username and the CPU.
I think Adult Neptune's not in it. Yeah, it's just those 5. My god.
Yeah. It's probably the shortest cast since... No, not since it's the shortest cast, I believe.
Yeah, it's smaller than the original cast. Also, random fun fact, even with cutscenes, the game only lasts 3 hours.
Oh.
So, it is a short run through. Now, I don't know if there's gonna be multiplayer for it, because if there is, then maybe it's designed to be their online game, but I don't think so.
I feel like they had a chance with what Goddesses. Like, it was an actual MMO.
Well, there actually is online multiplayer, it's just no one uses it because, well, the servers are dead. Like, only people using the multiplayer functions are Discord servers.
I mean, that's fun, but what the? Why 5PB? Why the double 5PB?
Oh, this is the only scene in the original game that features pudding, and the entire joke is that it's expired. Okay.
Hold on. You mean the first game, Neptune doesn't have a pudding exception? A pudding obsession?
Not at all.
And in here, it expired. The 5PB is hallucinating.
No, she doesn't eat it. She's debating with herself. It's the angel and devil on her shoulder.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. And as a matter of fact, in the remakes, when Kampa gives her pudding, Neptune will say, "I remember cake." And then Kampa says, "Did you lose memory of food too?" That's because in the original game, Kampa gave Neptune cake, not pudding.
Huh.
Yeah.
The cake is a lie. Oh, look, Noah has glasses.
Oh. What? Where are you?
And, well, I'm at 444.
Noir has glasses at 444?
Yeah, she had them in Rebirth, but now they're gone.
Oh. Yeah, she had glasses. I think she's gonna have glasses here.
Aren't the glasses like... I think I remember saying the glasses were like what they use to disguise themselves.
Yes. The Superman trick.
Speaking of which, did you see the Superman trailer?
Yeah, I did.
What do you think of it?
I'm gonna need a bit more. I need to see more. I mean, they actually got someone that looks like Lex Luthor to play Lex Luthor this time around.
Oh, that's true.
As much as I did like Jesse's take on Lex Luthor, okay, I'm gonna be honest. I actually wish that the Snyderverse got to be completed Because I liked the Snyderverse movies. I really did.
Honestly, yeah, I did too. Like, with the exception of
We'll totally help you.
Batman vs Superman, actually, I don't have
What?
a problem. Okay,
No,
look,
that's my
look,
favorite.
look. I'm sorry, but it just, I don't know, it wasn't for me. But I actually like the other Snyder movies. Although
Wonder Woman was good.
I never saw the second Aquaman.
Man of Steel was a really good one. I
Okay, yeah.
still think.
I will defend this right now. I'm not getting back to hate Man of Steel. I honestly like Man of Steel.
I agree with you too. Okay, the problem with Man of Steel is that the 1970s movie exists with Christopher Reeves. That movie was very difficult to do better than.
I never saw the
So that's probably
original
why.
one.
Like, to be fair, the Christopher Reeves Superman movie is really good. Yeah, the effects aren't as good because it's from 50 years ago, but the actual movie is really good.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll probably make it myself to see him at some point.
Yeah. Anyhow, this is the only time Neptune consumes pudding, and
She's locked herself in the bathroom.
it gave her
An expired cup of
stomach issues.
Uh,
Now, this is
And-
actually a case of how to do toilet humor right. You know, comparison to like Go Rush, which did it horribly.
iffy.
It's the implication that's effective. That's the funny part. Actually showing it is just gross. It's kind of like how
I get-
they did, you know how Bulma gave Oolong a laxative that was activated by a special sound in Dragon Ball?
yeah.
Yeah, it's like that. That's how you do toilet humor hilariously.
Can you leave
Okay, let's move on, because like I just learned something about what about the meta thing that we were by far the hardest of Fortnite game. Rebirth 1 is the easiest. But I think HDN is the best one, but gameplay wise, Rebirth 1 is the easiest one to get into.
isn't here either?
What do you think of that?
Huh.
We really can't do this without her.
Well, I don't know what to say. I haven't done any of these, but based on what we saw last time with the Blackheart fight,
Until then,
yeah, Rebirth seems to be the hardest.
civilians.
Yeah, Reverse is brutal, man.
Anyway, as I was saying, I learned something about what DC is doing with a comic, and oh, get sick of me.
What is Detective Comics comic doing?
I think
Hang on, I don't want to say it out loud. So I'll just send it to you, because what is this is
What?
I can only what it is. I can only wish. I only hope it is not actually true.
How bad is it that you're saying that? Well, damn. Anyways, finally, we get to the introduction of our favorite heroine, Nippon Ichi, otherwise known as Nisa.
Nisa. Anyway, I
That's
just sent it to you.
disgusting.
Exactly.
Which writer did that?
I don't know. I didn't want to look into this. Look, people, trust me. You don't want to know what this. If you
Oh
don't-
my god, that's horrible. I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm not.
Who's there?
My god. Yeah, anyhow. Rebirth 1 Plus is literally just Rebirth 1, but remastered. So it's also partially why I didn't do it. Like, yeah, the upscaling was probably really nice. Anyways, enjoy some numbers here.
Oh yeah, I saw the chat. I saw the chart.
Yeah,
It
this
literally showed give this and it give the bust of everyone.
Yep.
Papa, iffy.
I like how for Gust's breast size, it just says he meets this now, as in it's a secret.
Are you okay? Oh,
Her waist says there isn't any.
What are you doing, jumping right out in front of me? I even called my attack so you'd know.
And for height, it says
don't you know
midget.
something? She stopped seeing anything else around her.
Cup is
Uh,
unknown.
She was our trump card.
I'm assume she's AAA too.
Face is already indented from that
Yeah, I assume so as well. Anyways, we finally get introduced to Ganache and Sunj of Avenir. Yes, that's a Metal Gear reference.
I'll take care of this monster myself. Leave it to me.
Yep. I'm gonna be honest, Nisa in this game has the funniest dialogue.
That lady's in
Complete
trouble. That's
seriousness,
all.
okay?
I mean, from what I've seen her in Mark 2, she's already like her. So I wonder what she's like here.
Nisa had me dying laughing when I was recording this.
she beat it up all on her own.
Okay? It's a different experience. You know, I wish that Nisa would come back to Neptunia, but then Disgaea players wouldn't get Nisa, so I'm kind of torn. I'm not even into Disgaea, but I know a lot of people are, so, you know, people can do what they want.
Which is funny considering we're getting Hyperdimension War in the Switch. So, and it's only Japan.
What? What did Neptunia, what did Idea Factory and Compile Heart do to Nintendo to piss them off this hard?
I don't know. I don't want to know because I actually like this game. Then again,
You only played one of them. Well, two actually.
actually, hold on. I think I forgot.
Did you finish Sisters vs. Sisters?
Not yet, actually. And I actually haven't finished anything. I couldn't do Mark 2. Mega Dimension, I need to still do my true playthrough, you know, where I'm not rushing it.
Stream that shit.
Maybe.
I would watch it.
And I'll... Okay, yeah, no. I did not get Hyperdimension Noir on Steam during the sale.
You got Mega Tag Dimension.
Find something nice.
Yeah, I did. I had it before the sale.
Yeah, these games are really good.
Speaking of which, I'd like to know, as you know, I finally cleared up my laptop. Like, I've been able to move for content to a hard drive, so now I have 130 gigabytes on my laptop.
You can't even install Call of Duty. What is this nonsense?
Wait, what? Are you kidding me?
The new Black Ops 6 is 300 gigs.
Wow. I don't know what to say about that. Why is it so big?
I don't know. The campaign is only 4 hours long. I don't know, man.
We'll find something nice.
600 freaking gigs. What the hell? Like, I'm not ever gonna get on PC. I'm honestly a firm believer. I think Call of Duty is best on console.
No, I cannot consider playing an FPS with a controller anymore. That I refuse. I actually refuse.
Yeah. But anyway, still 600 gigs. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Point is, at least now I can actually play some of the 2D games that I got. You know, I actually have space.
Yeah. Anyways, the best.
Somewhat. I had
The bottom right screen.
130 gigs free out of 475 total, but I only have 130.
Yep. So shoutouts to the iFunny poster Lolly for Life, because her actual name was Lewd for Life, but you know, she got in trouble because she pretty much only posted R-rated images of lollies and then got banned. She did nothing wrong, man.
I not think that.
Yeah, I love this chart. This chart is so cool. See, like, here's the thing, right? In terms of like how everything's been toned down. When was the last time we got fan service for the candidates?
I don't know. That's what I remember was Mega Dimension where Nepgear was naked with Neptunia to me.
Okay, that's one candidate.
I don't remember anything else with the others.
The last time we get like straight up fan service with those characters is Action Unleashed in, I think, 2014. So that was 10 years ago. Oh my gosh. Whereas back in the day, they were showing everybody. They didn't care, okay? Everybody was up for grabs, unless they were a male. Yep. Also, showing the absolute difference in combat of the Rebirth 1 versus Reverse. Every fight in Reverse is a freaking nail biter, whereas every fight in Rebirth 1 is a cakewalk. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so what is going on with my image quality? Why is it so low?
I don't know. These two are due to the eye. If compiled released in English, I buy them. I'll be honest, I really didn't like Game Maker Revolution. It's okay, but FPS is better in terms of writing and gameplay. Great net games to me are ways to take a hard girl and turn RPG. Spin-offs! The spin-offs. V2 and V2 were the last of the great main series. Personally, I want them to go back to Mark 3 or Mark 2. So the comedy take a hard girl and HDN in the action. I want a turn-based game again, and I want it to be M-rated. In addition, I want the PS3 era art style with the CG to come back. The Monster CG look too much like classic.
Yes, absolutely, and I stand by my claim about that.
Waiting for this.
You know, I agree with that. Also, what do you mean by if they release this in English? I mean, if they release the poster in English?
The poster, yeah.
You know what? I would too.
I would buy it and hang it on my wall. I wouldn't give a fuck. Okay, because Neptunia is peak, actually. I'm gonna be honest, I think Neptunia might have my favorite battle system of any RPG. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I think it is. Because it is the most pure RPG battle system you can get.
Because it's turn-based?
Well, not just turn-based. I mean, the way it's set up. Okay? Turn-based isn't everything. It's what you do with the turn-based. The thing about Neptunia, especially the later fights in the games, the strategy that you had to involve, it's like when we were doing the V2 race, and I figured out the strategy for the dark CPUs. You remember my excitement during that? I was so happy during that.
I can do this.
I did it! Yes!
Be more than
But
I believe so. But kind of don't remember much because I was previously angry of how it took me little hours to figure out I should move my characters on the grid before the battle
it
starts.
took you like 20 hours, dude.
again. I'm slicing.
I'm
That
I
playthrough, by
hate
the way,
myself for
is
that.
actually 20 hours.
I'm aware. That was the longest playthrough I've ever done in my entire life.
And it was excellent, honestly. It was so fun. Yeah.
I'm surprised I managed to win because of how stupid I was.
You won the
Anyway, you were
last one,
saying?
yeah. It's true.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. And that's just the thing. It's like, for whatever reason, I think Compile Heart and Idea Factory want Neptunia to be E-rated. I don't think they want to release
Yes.
anything higher than a T anymore.
I can't agree with that. I just can't. After having this game at the order now to being T or even M,
Don't let your guard down, even if they look.
they're better at the M rated, not E. I can't see them being E.
I know, it's because part of Neptunia is the writing, okay? The writing
You
is
better
pretty
get
good,
something
unless
good
it's
for
like
Twitch.
Game Maker, where, I'm not gonna lie, man. Neptunia Game Maker, some of those cutscenes are so freaking boring. For the first time in a Neptunia game, I was skipping cutscenes.
Don't need to play that.
Yeah.
I
The
shouldn't. I shouldn't play
gameplay, the thing about the gameplay, it's not bad gameplay. It's just they didn't account for the fact that you get a fourth character. They're still balancing the game like it's Sisters vs. Sisters with 3 characters, which makes so many encounters an absolute joke, except for the beginning of the game, where you have no abilities and you're pretty much a sitting duck for most of it. Okay, the beginning of the game is harder than the beginning of the game for Sister vs. Sisters, but the middle and end game, no, not even close. The difference in difficulty is night and day. Now, don't get me wrong, I went undefeated in Sister vs. Sisters if you go back and watch that entire 63 episode playthrough, okay? But I was always strategizing, okay? Yeah, I absolutely clowned on the final boss by not moving for a few seconds and taking no damage, but
Yeah.
I was 13 levels higher than the final boss, okay? I was so overpowered. Because thing is, my playthrough, David, was a 100% playthrough.
Oh,
I did everything
Yeah.
in that game. So, of course, I would be overleveled for the final boss.
For our party.
of course.
You know?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
makes sense.
I mean, what is your experience with Sister vs. Sisters? Like, how far have you got?
To be honest, it has been a while, but I got as far as to where
Don't be shy.
we did save we got Neptune back.
I think I can handle this.
Okay,
monster
so you're like halfway through the game.
Yeah, and for the most part about it, well, it's certainly different from Mega Dimension and Mark II.
I'm on a roll today.
I don't have a huge issue. I didn't have much of an issue with it. Like, honestly, I kind of did like how they tried to go for a real-time RPG, like the Tales of series.
Well, believe it or
All
not,
the-
I actually found out something that the combat system is actually ripped off from the Final Fantasy VII Remake combat system.
Wow. Okay.
Because you and I both compared it to Tales of, but then I played Final Fantasy VII Remake. I'm like, wait a minute, I've played this before.
You better give me something.
Anyways, keep going.
Anyways, as I was saying, well, it's certainly different. I didn't quite mind it, and I don't know. It could just be I'm not as good as you are, but I found it pretty challenging having to move the characters around doing chain attack combos.
You know,
And it could just be me.
part of me thinks that it might be a frame rate issue because the PS5 version of the game inexplicably runs at 30 frames per second.
And I got on the Switch.
This and isn't that?
Oh god, the version of the game that runs at a very stable 20.
This should work.
My god. Yeah, because on PC,
no,
I was
I-
playing the game at 120 FPS. Okay, I was having no issue. You know?
Right.
So that might be it. Man, all these enemies on screen, and it feels like we're not accomplishing anything. But I promise you, David, we're getting a lot of things done. Okay? Also, Kid IF is broken. Look at this. Kaboom. Didn't even one-shot it, by the way. I don't know why I thought, but notice how she's taking 0 damage.
Next one is.
Wow.
Thing is, I'm not grinding in this playthrough until after this episode. This is the last episode of no grinding. After this episode, I jumped from level 18 to 35
Yeah, that's a big spike.
because I was saying to myself, okay, something's wrong. I'm not doing enough damage. So I decided to, run around
So tough in that form.
for
Why do you think
a
there are so
while.
many monsters here?
And the funniest thing is,
Okay.
I didn't even get that far in the grinding. In fact, I catch up in terms of levels in reverse without any grinding. Okay, that's not entirely true. I did some off-camera grinding, but it wasn't to the extent.
If monsters keep attacking people, their faith will be shaken.
Anyways, so here they're explaining that the goddesses are really weak against politicians when you analyze it. If the goddesses lose their power because people believe in them less, then people are going to believe in them less, releasing them losing their power faster, right?
Right.
So if you have any competent politician out here who can get the people to believe in him, then guess what happens? The goddesses lose.
The CPU.
Someone told me I'm the only one who can save
Hello?
the world. I can save it.
Still here.
I'll prove
Okay.
it right now.
Like, just wow.
Has the same strong sense
The
of
fact that
justice,
that
but this Nep-Nep is
that
more
it's possible for them to just lose just
I
like
feel
that.
comfortable trusting her.
I agree she's an improvement over her casual, laid-back attitude.
Like
That- like,
And am I the
no.
only one who
Yeah,
can
the
stand for either way?
Sorry. Go ahead.
These CPUs have a worse weakness than a freaking opening a door.
Oh my god. For those who don't understand,
I
play
really just
Uzime.
wanted
What's it called again? Uzi what?
Umineko no Nakakoro ni-
Umineko. Yeah, Umineko. That's how you get the freaking door thing because.
You wanna explain it to them?
Okay, people. Here's the thing. So,
I heard smaller
basically,
factories closing down due to
first off,
but I don't think
Umineko was a mindfuck. Like, I'm sorry. There's no other point. The way to put it. It's a mindfuck. Basically, here's the thing.
Are you going to
In
save
this
them if I
in this
leave?
game, there are like witches, but they
Just
have to try to
because they're
kill
successful.
people. But the thing is, when they kill them, that they make these sort of crimes actually look impossible. So, for example, we have one witch here who was killing a guy, and what? Not a guy, it was a girl, I think.
Yeah, it was Jessica.
Yeah, it was Jessica. She was trying to strangling her, and what Jessica was trying to do, because he thinks the door was, she was in a room with a locked door, and the witch just teleported inside. But only to make it look like a witch, you had to stay locked. Jessica was reaching for the door to unlock it, and if she unlocked it, the witch would have lost all her powers.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. Because then it would look like because then it would look like the murder was possible by someone, not impossible.
And
It
that,
takes unlocking a door to be the witch.
yeah. So it's funny because I've actually checked on the social media sites, and for whatever reason, people are foolishly scaling these characters to like Saiyan Saga characters, and I'm thinking, hell no. No, not even close. These characters are powerful as fuck in terms of the story that they're told in, but they could get bodied by regular humans. Remember, the gold third were just 4 humans.
There you ladies are.
I'm sorry. I just have issue with that fight.
Okay, go off. It's your. Come on, go.
Let's get cozy before we
Okay, look, I get it was supposed to be a scripted loss. I get that. Making the CPU lose to these new characters. But
sit anywhere you like.
they didn't put up a
This is
fight.
home.
Like, these supposed to be the CPUs while they're having like a huge festival or something with all the people watching. They have their faith is a lot of people have faith in them at this moment. It isn't before some any major turns where they started losing them. No, they should be pretty strong. Yet these boys suddenly show up out of nowhere and one shot us. Just one shot, just like that. Like, come on, you couldn't give us some fight like
Not just
they
bad.
could have done what Mario vs Luigi did.
Monsters.
Like, yes, I'm actually doing this.
Silicon just turn a blind
In
eye.
Mario Luigi, there is a scripted fight.
They'll eventually
where
take over this
you do
entire
lose,
landmass if we don't do
but
anything about it.
you're still able to fight for a bit. You lose after a certain amount of turns. That's when you lose. See, if you did that would make sense. But no, we just lose instantly. Come on.
Well, I mean, to be fair to the gold third.
No. Here's the thing, though.
Won't go down easily. Plus,
You would think that'll make these characters look impossible to defeat. But then we were able to defeat them when we're weaker because we don't have many shares anymore.
Oh, you two have never been to Last Station, right?
You're not
So
wrong.
that
Can you
so that makes the entire fight pointless.
explaining a world
Well, okay, it was a reference to Sonic Heroes. Okay, that entire plot line. But
How was that Sonic Heroes?
you play with the 3 different teams. Okay, Neptune is normal mode, Blonde is the easy mode, Noir is the hard mode, and Vert is mission mode. Yeah. That was a reference and a half. I'll give him credit for that because that was a very deep cut reference. And also the fact of the matter is I'm okay with them losing because they had to fight the combination of Mega Man with Chun-Li. They had to fight the combination of Cloud, Aerith, and Zack. They had to fight Snake and what was the other character that Keisha was? I don't remember. And they had to fight Pac-Man. Okay? They're out here against the 4 incarnations of some of the video game industry's greatest icons. So of course they're gonna lose. But at the same time, yeah, from a narrative perspective, it makes no sense how these characters, who by this point in the story already defeated Ray Rights, they already defeated the deity of sin, would lose to 4 random schmucks. You know?
Right.
Albeit, I'd rather get one shot than do what Sisters vs. Sisters does, where you can actually fight the unwinnable boss. But the problem is, if you show up at too high of a level, and you have 2 healers on your team, David, it took forever to get the scripted loss to activate. So as you can see on the left, there's in the middle of the screen, LV 999,999, Deity of Sin R4. What this means is that this is an unwinnable boss fight. Okay? Completely unwinnable. But my tired ass was so tired I didn't even notice. And this goes on for a while. But eventually, I point out the fact that, oh, it's empty. Let me just stop moving. And then I realized another thing. That the team I created here, because you have an option of 8 different characters, 10 characters on NG+. The team I created is so powerful that even if I don't do anything, they could probably defeat most bosses in the game. But at this, I don't know why that was sexist, but they just, that's just what the critics were saying. Like, okay, man. And at this point, the boss fight is over because I stood still for multiple minutes. Seriously, that was at times 8 speed, so multiply the time of that.
What happens if you try to fire it? But do they just lose health?
It has infinite health. I could sit there for years and it wouldn't go down.
See, again, I say, they should just have the scripted loss to be after a certain amount of turns, not just have them do a freaking shit ton of damage.
You know what they should do? Instead of that, make it a fully 3D cutscene.
Maybe. I guess I feel like people still complain about that.
I would rather that though than, the way they do it with the gameplay story integration. I will say though, one thing that I wish they would do that a lot of PlayStation 1 era RPGs did is for some cutscenes they would switch to the straight up anime art style and have like a small episode of anime in the game. Like Mega Man, I think it was Mega Man 7 did that.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Honestly, I kind of like that.
Yeah. Except give us good voice acting. I don't need to hear, we must gather all the negative energy immediately, Mega Man. But where is Dr. Wowie?
Or, what am I fighting for?
Yep. I'll get you for this. I'll be back. Although, hearing Eggman, Mega Man scream in that scene where they're like squeezing him, that was crazy. Okay, give a shout out to the actress. That actress could pull it off. Okay, that sounded mad painful. You see how I'm running away from the dungeon in Reverse, but in the remake, I'm pretty much going in guns a-blazing, not giving a crap.
Yep.
That's what I mean. Like the difference in difficulty is unreal. Now, we finally catch up to them. We get to the scene of, I'm not a machine, you're an incompetent human. Which, by the way, was toned down in the remakes. The remakes just have them wondering why they weren't replaced by machines yet. In fact, we're actually synced up with the remakes at this moment in time.
Oh.
Okay?
That's cool.
But the difference is because we don't have Gust or Nisa, they just give us Noir at this point in the story. And then Noir will dip because, that's what they do in these games.
Yeah.
Also, I can't believe how long it takes to catch up after this. We're caught up after 3 episodes of just the other one. And then we're already behind. I'm like, you know what? I'll do it every so often. I'll try to do a catch up. But I won't even attempt to catch up with the actual entirety of the game. It's ridiculous. It's not doable. You know?
Yeah.
Absolutely. What do you think of this boss fight against the Phoenix?
It looks pretty cool. It looks like is that freaking Dynablade?
I actually don't remember.
Or-
You know one that got me? There's a secret boss that's called Thunderbird. It's literally Thunderbird from Zelda 2.
Huh.
Yeah.
Nice.
They just gave it a palette swap and called it a day.
Yeah, I still haven't. I still need to get it, actually play any of the original Zelda games.
Be forewarned, the original Zelda games are hard as hell.
Probably, but I can't really call myself a Zelda fan if all I played are Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. I'm not calling myself a fan if I only play those games.
I'm gonna be honest. I've tried, man. I really tried, but after a while, Tears of the Kingdom is just boring.
Shut up. Did you meet Sun?
I could not. I was in it for like 6 hours,
Yeah.
and then I just stopped caring.
With his machinery lecture. He's
I don't know.
total creepazoid.
Hmm.
I mean, give me your tirade on why Tears of the Kingdom is actually good.
Entirely against manual labor.
Well, honestly, it depends. While I do like it a lot, I do like it more than Breath of the Wild. I'll admit it not by much. Tears of the Kingdom is kind of like, I don't know, Breath of the Wild 2.0. Like, nothing, like, again, I'm not big and bad over the game. I do like Tears of the Kingdom. There's a lot of things that I feel like they could have been in Breath of the Wild.
So it's like the feeling of Galaxy to Galaxy 2.
Yeah, I suppose.
Like, Galaxy 2 is a better game, but Galaxy 1 is just so good that I don't want to play Galaxy 2.
I never feel, no, I never really played any of the Galaxy games.
The Galaxy duology, I still think is the best 3D Mario. Mario Odyssey is really good, but I still think Galaxy is better.
You think I might ever one day get a Galaxy 3?
I don't think so, because the expectation will be too high.
I suppose, yeah.
Now, it's like we know for like the Sonic equivalent, the adventure games, right? We know why they don't make Adventure 3. Okay? It's because we know that Sonic Team is saving that as a Hail Mary in case the franchise almost dies. But my question is, what does almost die mean to these people? Okay? Hear me out. We had some of the worst games on the Game Gear. Some of them were good, but so many of those Game Gear games were awful. Okay? We were pretty much stuck with, in terms of critical reception, from Sonic Heroes all the way to Black Knight. None of those games were received well. They sold amazingly, but they weren't received very well by the critics. And then we go through Boom, which was an absolute failure of dramatic proportions. Then we had
Right.
Sonic Forces, which was the biggest disappointment of all time.
Even bigger than Mistake.
Well, yeah, actually, because 06 was a disappointment historically, because it was Sonic was still considered a very popular AAA franchise at the time. Yeah, they had one poorly received game in Heroes, and that's really about it. So it was crazy to see an icon in ruin for that case. But in the case of Sonic Forces, we had to wait 6 years for the shit, and it wasn't even good. Okay, that's it for this
Yeah.
episode, ladies and gentlemen. Have a nice day.